What's going on, YouTube? Back with another video today. We are talking about irons, how to hit them up in the air. Let's get into it. All right, so I haven't talked about irons a whole lot on this channel recently. A lot of it's more focused on driver because I like swinging fast, but I also love hitting irons, and frankly, I think I'm better at hitting irons than drivers. But this video was sparked because I've seen a couple of coaches online talking about a specific way to hit an iron that I completely disagree with. So we're back with another video of me disagreeing with other golf coaches so that I can make you a better golfer. Let's get into it right now. A lot of coaches talk about that you need to hit underneath the golf ball to hit the golf ball up in the air with an iron. So what they encourage you to do is think that you are trying to scoop this golf ball, hit essentially the bottom part of the golf ball under the golf ball, which is going to launch it up in the air. I have a few different arguments with that, but let me show you what that looks like first. So that's trying to scoop under the ball to get it up in the air. Did it get up in the air successfully that time? Why, yes it did, but we lost all the compression of the golf ball because all we're doing is flipping our wrists. We're greatly increasing our angle of attack, which with an iron you want to hit down on the golf ball to compress it. The more you can hit down on it and compress the golf ball, you're actually going to get that ball to go up in the air because you're using the loft of the club to get it to launch in the air versus you actively trying to scoop under the ball to hit it up in the air. So right off the bat, there's a ton of reasons I don't like that, but I want to dive into a little bit more of why I don't like that coaching philosophy and what you can do instead to hit it higher in the air, but also be a better ball striker. So what you saw, there's actually a pretty good shot doing that. One of my biggest arguments with this is when you have the ball and you're trying to scoop under it, what happens is this club starts working this way more. So obviously now we're coming up on it, or less so down on the ball, I should say. Maybe it's a neutral angle of attack versus more steep on the ball. But again, when you are offering the club in this pattern, what you're doing is offering this blade of the club to the ball. Your mistakes are either going to be hitting it fat behind here because you're trying to scoop it and you connect with the ground too early when you're trying to start coming up on it, or you miss the ground just brushing it and then you're offering the blade to it. So oftentimes you're going to hit a lot of fat shots, which I happened there. I caught behind the golf ball. Or you're going to offer that blade to the ball more and you're going to start blading them, which is exactly counterintuitive to hitting the ball up in the air because now you're going to blade the crap out of them and just hit them too far. So we just saw a fat shot. Now let me give you a blade shot where you're trying to scoop under the golf ball to hit in the air, but you end up just offering the blade to it. Nice top shot there. So a little over exaggeration. We'll go one more with there. Ouch. So right there you can see, caught it with the blade, and yeah, it started going that way, but that's carrying 200 yards, rolling out to 225, 3,000 RPMs of backspin. That's not a shot you want to hit with an 8-iron. That's not going to help you play better golf, and that's not going to get the ball to hit higher in the air. So what we need to do, instead of thinking of scooping under it and hitting behind the golf ball like that, we need to change our thought process a little bit. Let me show you how. So instead of thinking scooping under that golf ball to get that up in the air, I actually want you to think slapping down on the back of the golf ball. So for a drill for this, I would suggest doing punch shots first, where you're quite literally just taking it back to here, slapping down on the back of the golf ball. What that's doing is encouraging you to actually have a lower angle of attack, so you're hitting down on the golf ball, you're compressing the golf ball, and when you start compressing the golf ball with your irons, this is the motion you're actually going to hit the ball. That ball's going to start rolling up the face in a good way because now we're using the loft of the actual club you're hitting to get that up in the air. So you're hitting down on it, compressing it, it's spinning up, and you're actually getting the shot to go in the air, how the clubs are designed to get it to go in the air. So start with little half punch shots where we're just trying to slap down on the back of the golf ball. So a little slap down on it. And you can see that's going to stay low until you start swinging faster with it. But that's a little punch shot, and you can already see that had a lot better compression than the first shot I hit. Obviously it rolled out because we're on a fairway here, but it carried 170 yards with this 8-iron on just this little half punch shot. So we're going to go again with it, just working on slapping the back of the ball, hitting down on it. So slapping the back of the ball, hitting down on it, and you start working on getting good compression, and the ball does start going up in the air. That went 186 yards. So now we can start taking that into a full swing, as well as still thinking you're gonna hit down on the back of that golf ball, down on the back of the golf ball. You're slapping the back of the golf ball. We're not trying to scoop under it. Hitting down on it is very different than scooping up on it. So you're gonna end up having a lot better ball striking with this. That ball carried 213 yards. A lot better ball striking. You can see that that ball got way high in the air. That was a good shot, it was 2 yards left. But the thought process is hitting down on it and slapping it versus scooping under it. So if you're still struggling with it once you go from the punch shots, you can go back to the punch shots again, throw a tee out in front, and you should focus on actually hitting that tee. So again, if you're thinking scooping the ball and trying to go under it, you're gonna miss that tee because you're gonna scoop under this. You're either gonna blade it or you're gonna flip your wrist too early and you're gonna swing up and miss that tee. What I want really where you bottom out the club should be at this tee. So if you're slapping the ball, you're gonna see that I'll try to slap down on the back of the ball and hit this tee. You can see I just obliterate the tee. So really focus on hitting outside in front of that ball, but you're hitting down into that position, slapping the back of the ball, not scooping under it. So we're really thinking slap down on the back of the golf ball, not offering the blade to it by scooping up. This will help make you a better ball striker and a better iron player. That is it for today. Remember, there are a lot of internet coaches that teach you a lot of the wrong instruction when you're supposed to be doing something else. This is one of those things. You don't want to be scooping under the ball. You want to hit slap down on it, compress it. That will make it go higher, even though it's a little counterintuitive. But try it out. Let me know in the comments down below how it feels. Let me know if you have any future video ideas. And until next time, we'll see you guys later.